I don't get it. That was weird. Where did I put that thing, actually? Weird. Where did I went to? Oh, it's over there. Cool. Looking for you all day. Oh, boy. Whew. I feel like it's Caleb here, I feel like. Feel like it is Caleb who's here right now. Bet you it's Caleb. I wonder who's going to be here. But I feel like it's Caleb who's here right now. Oh, it's T100, T1000. I almost said T100. Wow. I almost put your name. Thank you. I really feel like y'all gonna like that video a lot today. I felt like y'all would like that video a lot. And I was kind of like, you know what? Let's go ahead and drop it. Because the next few videos are really, really, to me, good storylines. Because Excalibur, I don't hate Excalibur, but it's a little hard for people to get into. I feel like the first few issues, like Chris Claremont, were great. And then like in the middle of Chris Claremont and like I guess being the actual X book, it's all like storylines. So I felt like, y'all were kind of tired of Excalibur. Let's go ahead and do an X-Men video. Bam, dropped it. So I think it was going well when I last checked. I don't really see it all day. Oh yeah, it's going pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing right now on my screen right here is going pretty good. Yeah. So it's really great. We're great to see. Thanks for support. Thanks for the support. But no. But how's y'all Sundays going? How's y'all Sunday going? I haven't done jack today. I literally just recorded one video, which is kind of surprising for me, and then just watch TV. That's it. That's really it today. I think I played a little bit of college football 25, and I haven't really done anything else. So yeah. But yeah. Before folks who are here right now, letting y'all know, we are going to continue our coverage over Dawn of DC as well. I'm not going to stop Night Quest. Night Quest coming out. I actually have like 3 videos of Night Quest to actually put out. So that will be out soon. But yeah. What is happening on here? What's the worst school in Texas? Weird. But yeah. But how is y'all Sunday going? Like, tell me, what are y'all doing this lovely Sunday? What they were doing this lovely Sunday? I feel like if you're in Texas, at least, the weather is nice. You can go out a little bit, enjoy the time, the freedom. So what are y'all doing right now for y'all lovely Sunday? Ooh, I got another one here. Did you ever read the Tri-Sentinel Saga? I have unfortunately have not read it yet. It's on my list. Today, what did I do today? Oh, that's right. I read the Action Comics Under the Dawn of DC today, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1, beautiful. Volume 2 is also beautiful as well. That was all I read today. And really, I had Volume 1 from like, I want to say a few months ago. And for some reason, I just never like sat down and actually read it. And so I said, you know what, let me sit down and actually read it. And so I did. And yeah. Yeah. So I played it today. I read some Action Comics. I recorded a video actually for Action Comics, so that will be coming out whenever I get the chance to actually put it out. Ooh, excuse me. But we are about to do a lot of X-Men books because I just realized we're in that part of the '90s now where they had released a bunch of X-Men books. So we're already doing X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Excalibur, X Factor. What's we doing right now? We have the Cable series coming out very soon. Deadpool mini series coming out very soon. Um, but about to cover X Men Unlimited as well. Like we have covered a lot of different X Men books because it's the '90s, and they said give them everything, throw everything at them all at once. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, looking it up right now, I think we already covered the Tri Sentinel saga. Yeah, because it took place in Acts of Vengeance, and we covered the entire Acts of Vengeance story arc. Yeah, well, it looks like I'm right here right now. To answer your question there, Body Count Killer. That is wow, that's a name. um, what actually happened was when it came to X Factor, it took place in the Muir Island saga, and basically, long story short, was like Charles Xavier came back. They fought the Shadow King, defeated the Shadow King, and it was kind of like a let's do a reunion kind of thing, where it's like let's bring back everybody who's on X Men team. So the current X Men team and the X Factor team, let's come back together. So for the first time, it was like you actually had all the characters who were on the X Men, like a giant size X Men, plus a few more characters being able to rejoin as one team. And so then Charles was all like, great, now I have 14 characters. Let's make two teams. And that led to Uncanny X Men, also X Men 91 series. So really, it was all because like everyone had a reunion when it came to fighting against the Shadow King. So, but yeah, that was the whole story arc. Are they calling it Hell and Back? Okay. Weird name for it. It was called New Worlds in the book, but okay. Don't mind me. I'm shopping. I'm over here looking like, what other books could I possibly buy right now? Out here shopping away. What's this? Joker the World. Ooh, looks nice. But yeah, so that would happen. So, Forrest, answer your question again by the Count Killer. If I remember correctly, because I have read too many X Men books since that moment right there. I think I read like almost 50 X Men books since that happened. But long story short, if I remember correctly, after X Men Inferno and they leave Magneto behind because he turned evil, or he turned evil, was a bad guy really. But anyways, they went to Asgard and Acts of Vengeance, and when they came back, Acts of Vengeance, Cable did take over the team, but that was really more behind the scenes from Marvel Comics because they had what's his name? Oh my god, I'm getting his name real quick. That's so sad because he took over the book. Um, Liefeld. That's right, Liefeld. And they had Rob Liefeld come over and everything, and he basically said, like, you know what? I'm gonna come over and draw your books. And then Marvel liked his drawing, and they wanted to keep him. And so they said, hey, Rob, you want new mutants? Say, yeah, I'll take new mutants. And they were like, hey, cool. Matter of fact, let's turn to a whole brand new X team, X Force. That would happen. Like really was behind the scenes stuff because New Mutants for me personally was better before he took over, but you could really tell like because his drawing was, I will admit that at that time, different and I guess better than the usual. I won't say better. I say it was different, but because it was different, they were like, "Hey, we don't want to lose them." And so next thing you know, we got X Force out of it really. Because when it came to like Warpath was a background character. He was on the Hellions for a long time, and then they say, you know what? He seems cool. Come on the X Force team. And really, I tell folks now, reading X Force, um, X Force got good only after he left the book. Like when Fabian took over the book of X Men, X Force got a whole lot better. When was this Rob? No. I think someone actually told me one time they loved the Sabotage storyline. It was Sabotage, it was Spider Man and X Force. It was like three parts. And I remember reading the whole entire thing, and I'm all like, this should have been a one single issue, but somehow it got turned into three. And it wasn't really that great to be a 3-part issue. Where do you get your comics from? Well, you see, I get my comics from Marvel Unlimited and also DC Universe and Amazon. So I buy my books and I use apps to find some older books I can't find on Amazon. Because sometimes Amazon will have certain books I want to get, so I have to like go on Marvel Unlimited to see if they have those books and then like read those books. And then sometimes, because rewind, because Amazon has great deals when you buy volumes and trades, and those are amazing, and you can save a lot of money that way. But sometimes some books are not collected in volumes nor trades, and so you have to like go out there and like find single issue wise, and Amazon might not have either. So then go to Marvel Unlimited to find those books. Yeah. I feel like it was bad from the beginning. Like, okay, not the beginning. Because when he first appeared, I think it was Acts of Vengeance when he first appeared in X-Men. It was decent. But then like the cover for New Mutants 100, I will never forget that. I remember like reading every single book of X-Men at the time, like for the channel. And when I got to issue 100 for New Mutants, I was like, what is happening? There were like arms that were like out of place. Matter of fact, I showed my wife this. I showed a picture of this, and she was like, why does it look so disgusting? And I said, that's the artwork of Rob Liefeld. And really for me, like Rob gave us a lot of characters that we all love. Cable, Domino, Deadpool. I will admit that. But they didn't get better until after he left them. Like after he left, that was when those characters were actually good. So that's what I'm saying right there. Like I don't hate the guy. I just feel like because of folks in the 90s who highly praised him, I feel like it went to his head. Also because Marvel also highly praised him, went to his head, and so he believes he's some kind of high up there level. Where to me it's like, eh. Yeah, that's how I feel. But then, I say, that's my opinion. So, because, yeah, I don't know what to say there, but yeah, that's how I feel. Ooh. Folks want to text me reels right now. There we go. But yeah, and really for me, I don't know. I just don't like his writing. His art's just okay. Yeah. Going to who was it? Fabian. Yeah, Fabian's not a bad writer. What I've seen so far, what I read so far after Fabian taking over from the X-Men book, I don't really hate it. And really, when it came to X Force, there was a point, um, like 1 through 15, where it was Liefeld and Fabian, and I could tell when Fabian actually took over. And see, the problem I had with like what you call it, Liefeld. I don't know. Liefeld, I feel like after his first few appearances in like comics, it was great, and then as time went on, it got worse. By the late 1990s, he gave us Captain America and that horrible body frame. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, it was bad. Hmm. My eye. Let's see. Still nothing. Okay. Hmm. Where was I? What was I doing here earlier? Oh yeah. I started reading X Men Unlimited earlier because that's also another series we have to cover as well. X Men Unlimited, where they basically used it as a way to test out new writers or new artists. So I didn't know that it was a quarter series, meaning that it dropped only every 3 months. Cause I was wondering why when I was in my reading order and said only the first two issues of this series is to be read before you dive into Fatal Attractions. I was like, why only the first two? Now I see why. Now I see why. Wasn't Liefeld the one who did the big? Yeah, yeah, he did. Hey, body count. I say do it, man. I would love. That's a lot of love right there. If you can, that'd be great. I have a playlist made for each of the X Men events. So we already did Fall of the Mutants, Mutant Massacre, Inferno, Kings of Pain. Um, what else we did? Executioner Song, Extension Agenda. There was something else we did as well too, another annual event. Oh, we did Shadow Shot, but Shadow Shot wasn't a home playlist. I think I threw it into the Executioner Song playlist. But yeah, we already covered a lot of X Men crossovers. Yeah, body count. Yeah, that is what we're covering. Um, the first issue of Unlimited is Storm, Cyclops, and Charles in the snowstorm, and introduces another new character because in the '90s there were waves and waves of new characters who were not really needed, but whatever. But yeah, we're covering that as well too. There were a lot of Jim Lee clones in the '90s, but I feel like when it comes to Jim Lee, he's a great artist, but I feel like sometimes we put him so high up that there's no one can touch him. And I feel like it's incorrect. I feel like there's other artists out there who can actually touch Jim Lee's artwork, like they're up there with him. And I kind of hate the idea that we put him so high up and say like no one's up there with him, but there is. You know, for me, even after Jim Lee left the book, and I think it was Kubert who took over. I like Kubert's artwork. To me, it's like not bad. For me, it was like okay, not bad. Andy Kubert. I heard a loud dog outside again. Let me close my gate. But yeah, no. Yeah, we're covering X Men Unlimited, and I guess yeah, his artwork is great. And I felt like because I had a lot of comments or was it comments or I think it was comments on a video that was just saying like, oh, this is where the X-Men end because of good artwork. After that, everything's trash. And I was like, what? Hold up. Why is that for? And I read the first story arc right after that. It was like Fabian, I think it was Fabian and Andy on issue 13. And I was like, this is still good artwork. It's still good writing. Like, I don't know what y'all thought, but I thought it was good. Let me see. I think it was Andy who did issue 13 as well. Make sure. I think, yeah, Andy. No, it wasn't Andy. It was Art Thibert. Thibert. That's what it was. Yeah. Thibert, who took over. Even then, I was still like, great. Yeah, Jose. I realized that a lot, like real quickly, became the views because we were doing good in views. We were doing great in views, and then right after, I think we did the Mojo storyline. They introduced Mojo to it. Which one call it? Jim Lee's artwork where he left the book. The views kind of did drop a lot, and I was like, y'all just don't like anything after Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. Okay, that's not cool. Because for me personally, like I love Chris Claremont work. But I feel like we sometimes put people in a position, and then we say like they done nothing wrong at all. Everything they did is beautiful and amazing, and oh my gosh, and it's like no, they also have some faults as well, you know. Because like I think I said in my last stream, y'all weren't really here for it. I said in my last stream, I said I feel like when it came to the writing of Polaris, Polaris was better written by Peter David than Chris Claremont because Chris didn't really do much with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, right. Like Claremont is the best X-Men writer. But you also have to admit that they were mistakes made in his writing, one, and also two, that there are other people who did better in certain areas he couldn't do good in. Because again, Polaris for me personally is like um better than him. Because if you read the X-Men comics for a good while, Polaris was just a background character. Even when he started doing the whole like, her coming back, gaining new powers, it was cool, but then like you could tell that he was not really planning on using her more often. And then next thing you know, I feel like Peter David did an amazing job. But yeah. You know what, Forrest? If Infinity War did pop up on my reading order, and I was like, oh man, I should cover it. And I didn't cover it. I don't know why. I want to do more Marvel events, but we cover. I don't know. I want to do more events, both Marvel and DC. Cause we already covered a lot of Marvel events though. We covered Siege, which I want to redo Siege. Siege, my first ever like event I ever covered. That was the first one. Yeah, no, that was the first one I ever covered Siege. Like completely from top to bottom, I covered Siege. And I kind of want to go back and redo it again because I feel like one, my style has changed a lot since then, but two, also because like I have more knowledge when it comes to Siege now, you know? Um DC events. Yeah, I want to cover more DC events. I'm it's crazy is too, like we're covering what Nightfall, which I gotta put more of Nightfall videos out. I have like 3 Nightfall videos done, and every single day I'm all like, all right, today's the day. I'm gonna drop that Nightfall video. And I'm like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's drop another video. So I have like always like 3 Night Quest videos I put out. But at the same time, we also have Identity Crisis as well, which we're almost done with that as well. We're almost done with that. I think we're like on the last like quarter of that crisis. I heard correctly. I put Identity Crisis in Google and gave me like actual medical issues with that. That's lovely. But yeah, we only have. I just recorded Firestorm, the first 3 issues, so we have 4. We have like 8 issues left to cover for Crisis, and I can probably knock those out in like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. Yeah. So we'll see. I have not read Absolute Batman yet, Devon. I have not. And what crazy is I'm hyped for it because what I have been hearing is like it's DC's ultimate, and I am pumped for that. And that's why I said at the beginning of the stream is that we're going to recover some more Donna DC books so we can play a little catch up because I feel like I missed a lot in the last year of comics when it comes to DC. So I just recorded. I recorded volume 2 of Action Comics for Donna DC, play a little catch up. And then I'm going to try to read tonight some more books for other things as well. So that we're able to get in there and everything. Cause I really want to get caught up and just dive in with you guys in Absolute Comics. Cause what I'm hearing is amazing. I saw the picture of Batman. I was like, okay, cool. Here's the thing. I love Batman, right? And his new design, okay, cool. But y'all cannot tell me that Wonder Woman does not look cool. She looks amazing, man. Whew, I was like, that's the book I'm going to read. That's the book I'm going to read. I don't know why, but it looks amazing. I want to make sure we covered every single thing for Identity Crisis before I move on. Just real quick. It says 217, but it's not over here. But it's also a tie-in. See, I knew there was more to it. And there's Teen Titans as well, too. Oh my God. That's crazy. Those epilogues. All right. Hold the front door. I'm sorry, guys, because when I do my reading order for our videos, I try to find something online to follow. And when I followed on one website, it seemed like I left some books out for Identity Crisis, and I'm kind of like, let me make sure that's right. A lot of put Teen Titans in. It's like, you want Teen Titans Go? No, I don't want no Teen Titans Go. See, I knew someone did tell me that was Teen Titans involved as well too, and I was like, oh, there is. I ignored it. Now I correct that too now. Oh, dude. Oh man. Who did it? It was Paradox. Which Paradox I have not really seen him in my videos in a long time. I actually hit him up on YouTube. But it was Paradox who shared it. And I saw the design for it. And I said, it looks freaking amazing. I don't know why. It looks amazing. I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm ready. I'm saying, like, folks keep putting down the Ultimate Marvel Universe. There's a plan. And I feel like as adults, we don't have any patience. And I love to tell kids to have patience. We don't have patience. Everyone's all like, oh, nothing is happening in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. It's going too slow. I was like, give it time, guys. We're still in the first year of the Ultimate Universe, the first year. Like, he is trying to build up to the big moment. Come on. South Oak Cliff is a bad school. Wow. That's crazy. Watch the video saying the worst schools in Texas where I live in, and it's saying like the 5 schools are all in Houston. And I have folks who will protect Houston like it's the best thing ever. Like, Houston's the best thing in the world. You can never hate Houston. But yeah. Oh, someone text me? But yeah. Oh, I have 2 folks left. What happened, everybody? We had like a whole crew in here and it went down. We had like 12 folks in here and that went down. Oh, we got 3 now again. We got 3. We got 3. Let me check something quick. The Gulf Coast? The Gulf Coast. Wow, man, I read that so wrong. I read Guff like Guff. I was like, what's the Guff? Huh? What's that? No, the Gulf Coast. Okay. That's my bad. That's my bad. I read that completely wrong. I was like, what is the Gulf Coast? No, the Gulf Coast. Yeah. Now, where in Gulf Coast you're at? I mean, I'm not really near the Gulf Coast of Texas. I'm up north. I'm like almost Oklahoma, Texas. Good old Oklahoma, Texas. Hold up. Cause I heard a quarterback got injured today, and I think. Hmm. Mobile. Oh, okay. Now I'm a good old. I'm like in the Plano area of Texas. Plano, Dallas area. So I'm up north. Good old Texas. Oh boy. Yeah, no. I'm like Dallas, Texas. Good old Dallas, Texas, where everybody's coming down here to live and things get more and more expensive and I cry. No, I will admit though, gas is not bad right now for us. It's kind of amazing. I remember when I moved out here from my other part of Texas, gas was like 3 something, and I was like furious. Now it's like 250. So I'm like, it's a little better. It's better. Austin, you know what? T1, T1000. Almost said 21,000. uh, T1000. How is Austin feeling right now? Because sorry, folks who don't watch sports in here, but UT got embarrassed yesterday in good old college football, and I remember telling folks like Texas is not going to do well against strong teams in SEC maybe, and last night showed when they played Georgia, and Austin fans were out there. I watched a game day video. They had whole how you call it, tailgating. They brought ribs out. They brought his food out. I was like, oh man, showing that Texas love right there. I'm like, man, I don't think we win though. We lost. Texas lost big time. It was hilarious. It wasn't hilarious, but it was still kind of like, dang. What's the next DC cross I should do? What's the next DC event I should do? If anybody say Infinite Crisis, I'm gonna be like, no. I don't hate Infinite Crisis. It's just that there's a lot to Infinite Crisis. I feel like every single time I ask, like, what DC event should I cover? Someone says, event Infinite Crisis. And it's like, why? Everyone has literally sat down and talked about it in so many ways. Now I will admit, no one has done the actual like full blown like reading order for everything for it, but like still, there's a lot to it. I like Green Lantern. I like Green Lantern. I know you're gonna say right now, Black is Day. I know you're gonna say right now, Black is Day. I can already tell you, you're gonna say Black is Day. I'm like, yeah, I know. See, he hit it. I knew he would. I knew he would. What's crazy is he's not in here right now, but there's one guy, Dragon Ball. He's here. He may not be. Every year, every other month, he'll tell me to cover Bloodlines. Every other month, every year. Like it's like once a year, he'd be like, "Okay, you know what? You should cover Bloodlines." And I was like, "Why?" And what's crazy is I just recorded a video for Night Quest, Night Quest, and one of the Bloodline characters popped up. And y'all, when I recorded that video, I was kind of like, and here comes Joe Republic from the Bloodline storyline. And how to get his powers? He had his spinal fluid sucked out of him, but somehow losing his spinal fluid gave him powers, and now he's Joe Republic. Whoa! I was like, oh god, I forgot how bad Bloodline was. Like, you know how bad it is that you get your spinal fluid sucked out of you to gain powers. My first issue of Bloodlines was actually a Superman annual. I want to say it was the Steel one, Man of Steel, and they had the character Edge in there, and I was kind of like, "What is this?" It's like, "This is Edge," and I'm like, "This is stupid." Yeah, it was Superman. It was Superman, Man of Steel, Annual 2. Let me see. It'll pull up. Yeah, yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah. Because it had Edge. What was the one when GL goes bad? Was it at Emerald something? It was the 90s. It was 90s. Um, I got separating cards for Bloodlines. Listen, I would cover Bloodlines. Here's the thing: I read about 5 or 6 issues of Bloodlines, and there's no exact real order. I mean, there is a order, not an actual order. And I read a few issues of Bloodlines, and it sucks, but I would cover it. But the problem is, I can't really cover because the last 2 issues of Bloodlines are not digital at all. When I last checked, I mean, it could be now, but I highly doubt that. Yeah, looking right now, I can buy her $5 right now. Oh wait! What's this? No, no, no. That's the something else. Yeah, no. So I can't even cover it because it's not digital at all, and there's no stores near me. I'm not paying $13 for a book. I ain't paying $7 for a book. No. Um, no art. He turns evil, but it's in the later 90s. Bloodline was 93. I think Emerald, whatever, was like 95, 96. Because no, 94, 95. Because the whole Return of Superman happens. Yeah. Bloodlines ends literally, I want to say, right before that kicks off. Bloodlines was more where you had the aliens who look like aliens in the movies come down to Earth. They all have some weird names, and they would rant time. So Bloodlines was an event where they want to introduce all these new characters, and each issue had the same kind of plot line. Only a few things would change. But the one that did happen a lot was that you would have these aliens come down. They would find a character. It would suck out their spinal fluid, and then maybe, just maybe, they might gain a power. And the power sucked. One of the powers was like an edge. The first one I read was Edge, and so he had like spikes on his body. He was like, "Huh, what these spikes at you? Let's go!" And you're like, "That's lame." Yeah. Doctor Doom, Null, Red Hulk, Sentry, Thunderbolts. Which of these characters are you excited to see on the big screen? Doom, Doom, and Red Hulk. Null's gonna suck. I already see on reports right now that Venom 3 is not gonna do good. Really, I don't really go to into movies anymore. I wait till they come on streaming services. Cause one, I'm poor, but also two, I don't want to pay like $40 for my wife and I go see a movie. I can go ahead and just spend that same amount of money buying a steak dinner for us two and be at home. But yeah, I would say Doom more. Doom, I'm really hyped for. And I really hope that after Downey's done playing Doom, we get another Doom. So yeah, Red Hulk I'm kind of hyped for because Red Hulk, it's Red Hulk. Um, Sentry, I'm really worried because like he's a character you really can't have in the movies. You really can't have the Sentry in a movie. You can't. But they're gonna try to. It ain't gonna work out. They're gonna try to. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm looking like right now, all these different events. Wow, this page left out like so many events. It's hilarious. So I'm on this page right now, looking at all the events in the year 2000s, and it skipped over the what you call it event by Wonder Woman. uh, Amazon attacks is not here. That's crazy. Don't tell me you have all the DC events over here. You don't have them. Wow, it's crazy. That's wild. Um, is the MCU getting rebooted? I don't think the MCU getting rebooted. I don't feel like it's getting rebooted. I don't feel like they're gonna do a reboot. I don't feel like they're going to. They put way too much stuff into that universe to do a reboot. You gotta realize it's hitting 20 years in like 4 years. I don't think they're gonna reboot. They might say they're gonna do it, but I don't believe it. Because Marvel. Marvel never does reboots. They do soft reboots, not hard reboots. Um, do you recover 52 stuff? Yeah, we did. We covered I kind of like pick and choose things art from that era. So we covered the whole idea of Superman Truth, where he basically the world find out that Clark Kent is Superman, and also at the same time he dies at the end of the series. We covered all that. We covered. I think we did cover, of course, some Batman stuff too. I think. Trying to think, we did cover other things. There were other books I want to cover in that era, like Batgirl. She had a good series as well, and Nightwing had a good book too. We did cover some things, not a lot, but some things. Aquaman. We covered Aquaman. That's right. I gotta finish that too, though. Might once again redo that because it's Aquaman. Where was I? Oh, we're trying to find DC events because someone here had only like half the events. Like this makes sense to me. Ooh, the Flash Dead Heat. What's that? It's only six parts. Not an event, but I'll cover it one day possibly. Final Night. I always thought No Man Land took place like in the 2000s. I know, Honey 8. Hmm. Interesting. Did we cover Dark Side War? We did. We did cover Dark Side War. Yeah, we did. Hmm. I have not done Dark Knight's Metal and Zero Hour. I have not done either. If I remember correctly, Zero Hour. I think I have to cover something else before Zero Hour. I think 0 Hour takes place right after. Hold on, my screen right here. I'm gonna get this correct. Where are you, 0 Hour? Because you were 94. Was it 0 Hour? No. That's right. No. I was gonna cover Armageddon in 2001, and I was like, what should I cover? 0 Hour, Armageddon 2001. And I chose Armageddon, and then I recorded a whole video and got it wrong. I literally recorded a whole video, and I think what happened was like I didn't put some things in the video, and so I completely scratched the whole entire project. Um, whoop. Haven't covered Invasion, and we already covered Dark Side War. We covered Dark Side War. I think we got a full story video too, actually, for it. Let me see. Dark Side War. Did I cover? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Got a whole 2-hour video. We covered everything, I think. Almost everything. I think I skipped like one thing, and that's it. Why is my YouTube going up right now? Let's see. Oh, someone commented on video. Cool. Thank you for the love support. Yeah, I'll put it right here for you. Hold on. There it is. And paste, and yeah, there you go. That takes you to Dark Side War. The full story video. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes long because apparently I was on crack. Not really. Dragon Ball's here. Dragon Ball's here. Dragon Ball's here. Dragon Ball's here. What am I doing again? Oh yeah. Timeline, Marvel events. I love when I look at like DC events and Marvel events, and DC is like 2 pages long, and then Marvel's like 15 pages long. Literally, the first page is all from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. It's like, oh God, please stop. Like, I'm looking at all these Marvel events. It's like literally maybe 15 pages already. Cause there's so many events. And there's some events that were like, what are the events? They're kind of like, small little crossover that were done between books. Like, for example, when we covered the Kings of Pain, that was an event. That was a small little crossover done in like 4 books, but it got a lot of praise for it. I think we covered Fear itself. I think we did Dragon Ball. I don't remember. Let me see. Fear itself. We did cover it. And I think, yeah, we covered Siege and Fear itself. They're the first 2 things I ever covered, and I'm gonna go back and recover those again because styles changed over the years, and those are cool storylines. What is Blood and Thunder? Thor book. I mean, I should know. I don't ask that question. What is Blood and Thunder? It's a Thor book, Thor event. Oh boy. Ah, the Clone Saga. Yeah. The day I cover the entire Clone Saga is a day where like we have we have an opening just a big opening where we're not covering anything DC and only X-Men, I'll do the second Clone Saga. 'Cause there's a lot to the Clone Saga. There's a lot to the Clone Saga. I too, we actually had this talk with someone before. Hold on quick. Yeah, yeah, and the music changed a lot back then. Um, what's why have I heard of the comment writer? Hold on, y'all putting all the questions right now in. uh, oh, Japanese character. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's is the type? I know Super Sentai, Super Sentai. I think he is. I think he is. Isn't he? I don't know. Back to I two. I two. Actually, I don't know. It was a live stream or who was talking to about this, and I said, I don't really, um, I don't really believe that tie-ins are out of control in the present than in the past. Because I feel like that has been Marvel's bread and butter, but I feel like a lot of folks kind of forget what they had done back in the early days of events as well. Because earlier events had way too many tie-ins. And I think Acts of Vengeance, its own was like way bigger than most events we have these days. Because let me say what real quick. Acts of Vengeance was 89, right? Yeah, 89. And so Acts of Vengeance had no main storyline. It was just an event they did between all different books, and it had 68 issues alone. And so if you go to like, I think it was like Axis, was it? Let me see. Yeah, Axis. So like Axis only had 56 issues, but Acts of Vengeance had 68. So when folks say that, I'm kind of like, you're right. Tie-ins are out of control, but tie-ins been like that since the 1980s. Like 80 events had so many tie-ins that there's some events now in the present day that have less tie-ins than they did in the past. Now, there's still some events in the present day that were out of control, like Civil War. Civil War was out of control. It had 132. Man, that's the biggest one. But like, there's still other events out there that came out that weren't, big as some of the 80 events. Like World War Hulk is also small in Acts of Vengeance. I know Annihilation blew out of the wall. Annihilation had like 200. No, Annihilation only had 33. Yeah. Well, the main one. I think even Siege only had like, yeah, 44 books. So yeah, no, is it like it's not me picking on you, I too. It's not me picking on you. It's just me saying like when I see folks say that, I don't think folks truly have gone back and read the actual events in the past, and so they don't really get the chance to see the how Marvel truly was when it came to their events because they've been like the 80s and they had some big ones in the 2000s, but most of the big ones have been, I feel like, the 80s and the 90s. Um, because Secret Wars 2 had 42 tie-ins or 42 issues, and it only had, let's see, 9 issues were the main storyline. So 33 other issues were tie-ins for the event. Blackest Night, Dragon Ball probably had like 100 issues of tie-ins. I'm pretty sure. Let me check and see. I think it did. Oh, it's 2009. Yeah, Blackest Night had 80 issues total. But, yeah. Matter of fact, I was kind of mad at Fall of the Mutants because Fall of the Mutants had 30 issues, and I remember being like, "Why?" And I remember like it was really more of like things that led into the actual Fall of the Mutants, and then some tie-ins here and there that were basically pointless. Inferno had like 40, I think, I remember correctly too, right? Yeah, Inferno had 39, almost 40. Yeah, really was 40 because something else they missed adding in that list. Um, Clone Saga is the biggest one. That had a that is Marvel's biggest one is Clone Saga. I'm pretty sure that's like their biggest event, and I feel like the one I found here said only like 130 issues. Let me see. Yeah, it says the second one only had 164 issues, and I still call BS on that. We're gonna Clone Saga Omnibus now. What? Oh my god! Hold on. How much is this? Hold on. How much is this bad boy Omnibus for Clone Saga? How much is this? $83. Not a bad price. Ooh, it's not a bad price. Actually, one of my students gave me some issues that were part of the Clone Saga. Actually, it was the whole when Doc Ock died thing. Devon, I think I answered that question, didn't I? About the Wolverine design, how to me it was cool. Thought I did, but thought I answered that question already. My God, how many books were there? Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Yeah. The website for Marvel.com says on like 37 issues are technically part of the Clone Saga. That's BS right there. um, yeah, he like, well, no, he didn't give me all three. He gave me like, he had like one chapter of it, and I went on Amazon and had the two chapters for like $1 a piece because it was before Amazon got real little pricey with the comic books, like some areas. And so I got one from him, and then I got other two. Other two books he gave me were like a Spider-Man book and an X-Men book. My cat trying to come in here, I can tell. And my door like slightly squeak open. My cat trying to come in here. Ooh, let's see. The Phalanx Covenant, what do we call it? That comes after Fatal Attractions. So remember correctly, yeah. We're gonna do Fatal Attractions, and then it's that. Make sure I got it right. Make sure I got it right because we're 93 right now. Yeah, Fatal Attractions. Sorry, Fatal Attractions, Bloodlines, and then it's going to be Phalanx. Which I'm not really hyped for. I'm not hyped for that one. I kind of want to skip it. I go to Age of Apocalypse, but it's on the cover still. The Shroud, the Shroud, the Shroud. The name in my head sounds familiar, but I always get who he is. Oh, that guy, Maximilian. We actually covered him in Shadowland. Shadowland, yeah, we had a whole Shadowland video, and we covered the whole entire thing. I want to give you 1 second, guys. Hold on. I'm like doing a research on like the whole idea of this the Clone Saga, and every single thing I find has like the short version of the Clone Saga. I want the full 100% breakdown, like all 200 issues. Give me the full breakdown, not the little short ones. uh, let's see, Shroud. Did he have a book? Let me see. Oh, he had a book. He had a book. I think only 4 issues, my dude. Sonic. Let's see, Shroud. He had a series in the 1994. It only had 4 issues. It looks like. Seems a miniseries. Yeah, yeah. He only had a miniseries. Everything else, he was more of a background character. Like he appeared in Miss Marvel. He appeared in Civil War, Shadowland. Remember that? Oh, he did appear in Daredevil for Mark Waid, and we actually covered that storyline as well too. Yeah, he was in West Coast Avengers. He was in. I just love. What was over here? Yeah, he appeared, I guess, recently actually in Vengeance of Moon Knight. Okay, cool. But I do know, like, when it came to the Shroud, we covered him in Shadowland, Blood of Streets. We have that video up, and I also covered him in Daredevil, where he it was Mark Waid's run. Yeah, he like went crazy and wanted to like find Jessica Carpenter, and like she was kind of like, leave me alone. It was crazy. It was crazy. He's a full on stalker, and I'm like, what? What? He's stalking her right now. What's happening? Not this dog outside barking loud right now. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, we covered those stuff. The reason why I haven't covered, someone hasn't covered Spider-Man 400. I'm all like, you really can't cover it because you got to cover a lot of things before the Clone Saga. I'm looking at the whole like Clone Saga stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot. We cover Media Blizzard. We cover that. Onslaught had tie-ins for it too. Yeah. Yeah. Lizard, Revelations. Yeah. Clone Saga had a lot. But I feel there's a whole lot more to the Clone Saga. I feel there's a whole lot more to Clone Saga, and for some reason it's not popping up. I feel like everyone has a shorter version of it. Let me see. West Coast Avengers. She's on the list as well too. I'm trying to find all these books for the Clone Saga before I like go on conversation. Let's see. Let's see. Can we find the original Clone Saga? Oh, that's the first one. Man, no one has the full on version of Clone, the full breakdown of Clone Saga. It's kind of sad. Singing Mar on my head right now. Don't ask why. All right, now I give up. Oh, X-Men won't come out until like later. I know what you meant. That won't come until later because let's see, X-Men one. That was isn't that 95? Yeah, 95. Yeah, we got we're still 93 still. We still got to cover Fatal Attractions, Phalanx, Age of Apocalypse. You ain't gonna see X-Men until probably January, till the New Year's comes, because that's 95, and that's so far ahead. Because we're in the 90s now. We got to cover X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X Factor, X Force, Excalibur, Wolverine. Cable had a series, and Deadpool had multiple miniseries. And then you also had Sabretooth miniseries. Gambit had a series. It's gonna be a long time you see X-Men, buddy. It's gonna be a long time you see Nate Gray. Oh boy. Whew. As Red host, it's hilarious. I can't say it, but it's supposed to hilarious. Get out of here. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to watch the games, chill a little bit, do some more recording. So I'll see y'all next time, guys. This is a blast. Love y'all. Thanks for support. Thank you.